So, hello everybody. I am back again, Jan at Jan Hicks Creates, and today I am here with Bobbi Taylor. Bobbi is somebody who's been around for a while in my community, and I am excited to talk to her. Bobbi, tell me a little bit about where you live, your family, who you are, just whatever you want to share with us today.
Okay. Well,
Not
I live in a
stitching related,
little,
just general.
okay. I live in a little township in Portage County. It's very, very rural. I mean, I'm a Yankee and the rest are Amish.
Oh.
Uh, but the village is only 2 miles away, and the name of it's Garrettsville, and it's very small too. It's got a one stoplight. The school is one campus, 1,500 kids, total K through 12.
Wow.
All my kids graduated from there because we moved here 21 years ago from Cleveland.
Okay.
We built our dream home. That was something that was in our wedding vows, was that we were going to build our dream home. And we did. It took us 16 years, but we did it.
Awesome.
Yeah. My oldest daughter's 34, and she has my three grandsons who are 14, 12, and 10.
Wow.
And yeah, and her husband live in the next town over, which is about, 5 miles.
Cool.
And they all go to school. They're open enrolled in this school. And then my other daughter, she's going to be 32 on the 13th. She lives in Ohio City in Cleveland, which is a Gen Zen millennial yuppie. I don't know how to explain it. It used to be like, there's houses that are still there that was owned by like Carnegie and Rockefeller. I mean,
wow.
Oh yeah, big, huge mansions with carriage houses and everything. And now, it started going downhill years and years and years ago. And then now the yuppies started moving in and, revamping it all. Now it's nice. So she works there. She lives there, and then she works at an Italian restaurant in Little Italy.
Oh.
And she works there from October to May. And then from May to October, she works up at the islands in Lake Erie, Put-in Bay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Isn't that nice?
Yeah, cool.
Nice. Yeah, and she gets to live up there, so that's really cool. And then my son, I have a son, he's 30. He just beat the virus, by the way.
Oh, wow. Thank heavens.
Yeah, he wasn't in the hospital. He's my gym rat. He's my gym rat. The kid goes on he goes on a 5-mile hike probably 4 times a week with his dog. He owns his own home in Stowe, which is probably 3 minutes from Kent State University.
Wow, okay.
So yeah, and he works with his dad. They work at the same company, and so does my son-in-law. They all three work there. So how nice is that?
Yeah.
And they were all essential workers.
Oh, wow.
Because the company, there's only one other one, and it's in California. They make the compound for putting pipes together underground.
Oh, wow.
So, and the last 2 of my kids are single.
Okay.
They said that mom and dad have ruined it for them. What married? Like, okay. Well, because my anniversary is the 7th coming up, and it'll be 37 years. And we've been together, it'll be 41.
Okay.
So, yeah, okay. Yeah. So, I started stitching back in the 80s.
Okay.
Okay. I was bored. And I was actually shopping for yarn because I crocheted. All I crocheted was afghans for the couch, but I crocheted. And I was looking for yarn, and I saw this little kit.
Uh-oh.
And I said, I can do that. And I don't know if you can see it.
Pretty.
Yeah, and look at the back.
That's awesome.
Isn't it amazing, though, that I still have it?
It is, actually. Yeah.
I'm
And
just
you
like,
taught
okay.
yourself then. No
But
internet, no YouTube back then.
Yeah, no, there wasn't. And then I have, well, you can't see the back of this, but I made this one, too. And it hangs on my refrigerator, back when the geese were the thing,
Yes. You're aging yourself.
I know I am. But then we moved out here, and then life.
And kids.
Yeah, the kids, they're close in age. So, when we moved out here, they were 13, 11, and 9, which is right at the age when they get active.
Things really
And
start getting busy. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, they were, you name a sport and they did it pretty
Well,
much,
yeah.
so,
So the
but then
stitching
when
got put aside.
pretty much I was running them all over the place.
Yeah.
I could tell you, I can drive around 4 counties in Ohio here, and my husband's like, "How do you know where you're at?" Because
Sports.
back then, either too, there was no GPS.
Yep. Yep.
You just kind of, whatever. So I
Yep.
did it.
That's
So I
right.
would crochet, and then I would, I had done those little things. But then when we moved out here, I didn't have a job again.
Mm.
So then I was getting bored too. So I met a lady, and she said, "Well, I have something, if you would like to try it." Like, okay, I'll try it. I still had all my threads, but did I know how to number them and what those numbers meant? Heck no. So actually, I don't know if you can see this. It
Oh,
was a sampler.
wow. Oh, that's pretty.
And it's got, when I did it, 2001.
That's awesome.
But I did my own color conversion.
Oh, I love it. So you
I
just
picked
used the threads you had.
right, and it
Awesome.
matched my decor in my kitchen
Oh,
and
perfect.
family room. So, yeah, not bad for somebody who really doesn't do it, right?
Right, right.
Yeah, so that was it.
And you
And
framed
then,
it yourself, I assume?
oh God, yes, I didn't know you take stuff anywhere, get framed. I still probably wouldn't do it. But that's okay. But then I got a job at the school. I was working with moderate severe special needs children. So I was busy. And then my kids, like I said, were very active. And at this point, the buses took them places, but then I had to get there to watch them.
Mm-hmm. Right,
So,
right.
you know, so you
Yep.
leave and, that. And I volunteered, like I did the volleyball clock. I did stats for the new person, the libero. I ran the wrestling clock.
Wow.
I mean, and then
Good clock.
yeah, I mean, I did. I could walk into any sporting event at that school and they never asked me for money. Let's put it that way. Because, that's what I did. And then,
Time.
well, then the nasty car accident happened.
Mm.
So that kind of put me out of commission pretty much for everything well, first off, it was the end of March. And by the time I kind of was getting back with it a little bit, they told me that I would not be walking at all until October.
So what
And
year was that? How long ago was that?
I got in the accident in 2011.
Okay.
Okay. And they told me that, and I was like, no, I have football in August. Because at that point, my son had graduated, he was coaching, and I was doing stats for the football
Oh my
team.
goodness, Bobbi.
I know, but you know what? I enjoyed it.
Yeah, yeah.
I did. I enjoyed it, and I was still part of my kids, and that's why I said, I don't know if you saw my IG thing, but that's why my Instagram name is Mama Bobbi, because all those
That's what
football
everybody
players,
called you. Yeah.
yeah, I always used to say, they used to say Mrs. Taylor, and I say, that's my mother-in-law, may she rest in peace. I just,
Right.
and to this day, I just don't like it. I don't know. As I told Kenny, I might look like I'm going to be 57, but in my heart and in my head, I feel like I'm 40.
That's right.
So, and then my body tells me I'm about 80. So,
Yeah, I can relate to that too.
but so I went back to crocheting because I was bored. Okay, what do you do? I'm not sitting around all day,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
couldn't get up and do a whole lot of cleaning and stuff at the time. So I said, well, I'll crochet. Well, I got tired of making blankets and Afghans. And I'm like, and then I found a pattern for an Afghan, and there was a stitch, and I'm like, I got to see if there's somebody on the internet that can teach it to me, because I still didn't really know about YouTube or anything.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I got on there, and I found Mikey of the Crochet Crowd.
Oh.
And then I went down the rabbit hole. And I discovered all these women, and I learned how to make baby sweaters and baby hats and baby booties and the diaper covers. So, and it worked because at the time there were 5 babies coming.
Oh
Like
my.
I had 3 great nephews and 2 great nieces
Okay.
coming. So I needed to do I was crocheting like a
That was
fool.
useful.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and then I'm looking and I'm like, and then I saw an ad for diamond painting.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And I'm like, wonder what this is. And I looked and I said, well, I'm going to try it. And I looked and I'm like, oh, well, it was kind of fun. And then I'm like, somebody said something and I'm like, oh, they have channels about it on YouTube, which led me to
Us
FlossTube,
too.
which said, oh, Bobbi, look at this. And about $10,000 later. Just kidding. But
Or not.
yeah, I mean,
Oh, I
that's
know.
just how it goes. It's just how it goes. You just spend a lot of money only because, I mean, for as little time as I've been stitching, really seriously, like
So do you have
seriously,
a favorite type of thing to stitch?
you know, I do kind of. I personally like to take, and like this isn't FFO, but I love to find quotes that I really like, and I like to stitch them, like find a way to put them on with nothing to it. Like this one is a Eleanor Roosevelt one, and
Right.
I love this one.
Yeah.
A woman is like a tea bag. You can't tell how strong she is until you put her in hot water.
What thread did you use on that one?
That actually, that was my first one with the sulky.
Oh, that's pretty.
Sulky. It was a rainbow sulky, and
That's
it was
gorgeous.
I got the sulky on Amazon.
Nice.
How about that? Yeah. Yeah. And then this is another one of my quotes, which I was going to make a pillow and I changed my mind. It says, I have stopped listening. Why are you still talking? This one, I bought this kit. So this was the first time that I actually had to follow directions.
Oh.
And
Pretty.
what was I thinking really seriously going back and my first time going on Black Ada?
Black. Good job, though.
I did it, yeah. And this is my favorite quote. And I don't know if anybody can see. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can move this. We're going to have to do
Stop panning.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
okay. It's an Irish blessing, but it's not your typical Irish blessing.
Read it to us, Bobbi.
It says, may God grant you always a sunbeam to warm you, a moonbeam to charm you, a sheltering angel so nothing can harm you, laughter to cheer you, faithful friends near you, and whenever you pray, heaven to hear you.
Oh, that's nice.
So, and it was one that I found and I saved it. I printed it out and I'm like, I know. And I didn't want to put it on the typical green pattern and,
Right.
So I found this pretty yellow Ada that I had. And what did I use here? I believe I used Sulky here too.
Yeah.
I like using Sulky to do letters.
Yeah. Makes them stand out nice.
Yeah, well, and you know what? This is 14 count, so you can double up the sulky on 14 count, and you get a real good coverage. So that's kind of my thing. My favorite stuff. Jan, I go to everything. Everything. Seriously, like Carol Manning right now, she really has my attention. I've liked her for a couple of years now, though, but
she has a lot of people's attention right now.
Well, I mean, the first thing I saw was that granny square thing she did a couple years ago, like 2 years ago, maybe not. Donna and Shauna from Kansas.
Oh, right.
Okay, Donna was doing one, and I was like, oh my God, I love that thing. I love it. And I kept looking at it going, yeah, no. No, no. And I literally put my stuff in timeout. I mean, literally, I put it in a project bag and I put it away where I don't know where I put it because if it frustrates me that much,
it's really hidden.
I'm like done with it, So I'm everywhere. I am all over the board. Right now, I love samplers.
Okay.
I really am on a sampler kick. I always have liked them, but then I did a small one, I think, and I don't know where. I think I gave it to somebody,
Hmm.
dummy, but whatever. um,
So are you
and I said,
working on one?
I am working on one. I'm working on the Linens and Threads mystery one right now.
Oh, right, right. That's
Okay.
pretty.
And then I have the Ori TM I bought. It's an old one. It's an Ori TM. It's a sampler from Mother. And with my mom gone and my mother-in-law gone, now this is going to sound strange, but I wrote both their eulogies. I was asked to do it.
Oh, wow.
So I did. And so I have them. And with their picture, I have the eulogy printed out on nice paper. So I thought, I'm going to put both their initials on that and put that in the middle around them.
Well, that sounds nice. Yeah.
You
Do you
know,
have that there to show us?
I don't. I'm sorry. Those are put away because I'm slowly pulling stuff off my wall so I can talk my husband into painting.
Oh, I hear you.
Okay. I mean, I have my diamond. I have a picture of my grandsons, and I did diamond painting. It's like a 18 by 20. It was huge.
Oh, wow. That must be
But
cute.
it was fun actually,
Yeah.
because it's like, how do you put it? It's one of those pictures where it wasn't supposed to be taken. Like, they didn't pose for it. It was just,
Oh, right, right.
is
That's
but
cool.
right. So you ready for my mania?
Yes. What's your mania plans this year?
As of right now, I am gonna have 31 things to do.
Woohoo!
20 of them are new starts.
Wow.
At least 11 are whips.
Wow. Good.
At least. So I have linens and threads in there. I really probably shouldn't, only because, I mean, he just put May's out, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, May's
But
smaller than April was.
well, let me tell you, I'm still struggling with March. So,
Never mind.
but yes, and I dyed my own fabric for that one, just like Suffragette.
Yeah.
But I love doing that too. I get like big
You're Bobby,
rolls.
back up a little bit. You're off screen.
Oh,
There we
sorry.
go. No problem.
There we are. I like to get my rolls of white Ada 16 or 18 count off of Amazon. It's cheaper.
Yeah.
And cut it up to match. You know, I got that little X stitch calculator. Okay, how many this wide, this long? Okay, this is how big I need it.
Right, right.
and I cut it, and then I dye it how I want it for each.
Cool.
So you know,
do you have some of the Stitch Mania ones to show us?
I do. Like, oh, here, a sampler that I've only been working on for 100 years. No, not really.
It just feels like
it's the Bobbi Threads one.
Oh, how pretty.
It's called Time and Seasons.
Nice.
And it has that oh, what is it called? That ecclesiastics?
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
you know what,
yeah.
the turtle song, turn, turn, turn. That's the way I call it.
That's
Let's
right.
see, what do I got here?
Exactly what you mean. To every
Okay.
It's a season.
Now, these are my little ones. These are all Lizzie Kate's.
Okay.
These are like, I have them as new starts, but they're so small.
Right.
I mean,
nice.
And one's gonna be for my dad, one's gonna be for one for each of my daughters. My son's not a coffee drinker.
Cool.
So there you go.
Very
So
nice.
I don't know. I say that's one. I don't count that as three.
Oh, see, I'd count that as 3.
Yeah, no. And then I have this Silver Creek that I like.
Yeah.
I love,
that one.
you know what? I do like their stuff. And why do I like it? It's all words.
Right, right.
I guess I do tend to go to
like
words.
Like the quotes, so yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I do. I mean, oh, here, I want to show you, where did it go? Please tell me it didn't go far. Oh, crud bucket. You like that word? Isn't that a great word? Oh, here it is.
Oh, you're sitting on it.
I'm sitting on it. First off, does this look familiar?
Oh, yes, that looks very familiar. Nice. And you dyed that fabric, right?
Yes, I did.
That's pretty.
And those are Belsois silks.
Oh, wow.
And see the back, it's a pillow. It's just a little tiny pillow
Nice.
that when I finally get my living room back together, and
Nice.
then this was a pass along,
Oh, right. Right.
and I dyed that fabric too.
I like that. That's pretty.
I discovered ice dyeing, and that was it for me. I just, yeah, those are my favorites. And then you could do this for a cat or a dog, I guess, but see this, it says
Oh,
all you need.
love. That's pretty.
And I have like pattern material of a dogs,
Hmm.
but I'm gonna frame this, and I have ribbon, and then we're on our fourth dog, and I have pictures of the other three. The first one was with us for 15 years.
Oh, wow.
And the second one was with us for 8. And then my last one, my Bella, she was my dog.
Oh.
Um, she died of kidney failure. She didn't even make it to 5 years old.
Oh.
And then nobody could figure out why. And we figured it out. We figured it out about a year ago, and she's been gone for 4.
Wow.
She used to go into my purse, anybody's purse, my husband's pants pockets. She knew how to get up on the desk, and she would get gum. She loved chewing gum.
Oh,
Well, the chewing gum had xylitol in it, and xylitol destroys a dog's kidneys.
oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Oh,
which at the time you don't think about it. You're just like,
sure.
oh, it was funny.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
goodness.
Uh-huh.
Poor thing.
Let me
Wow.
see. Oh, here's my violets. This is my wedding. I had 13 bridesmaids.
Oh, wow. Big one.
I had a pastel rainbow wedding.
Oh, wow.
Every color of the rainbow in pastel versions. And yeah, that was fun, right?
Yeah.
This is Wild Violet. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of dark because I didn't want to use my color printer.
Yeah.
But it's the Emily Dickinson, where it
Oh,
says,
right. Unable are the love to be. I can't read the rest of it. Yeah.
yeah, unable are the love to die, for love is immortality.
Oh, nice.
And why that hit me was because in our vows, here we go again, something strange. We didn't say till death do us part. We said forever into eternity.
Oh, nice.
And that was actually my husband's idea, believe it or not.
Oh.
And he already has our headstone made.
Oh. As one does.
Yeah. So I started
Oh, pretty.
in
Oh,
purple because I like purple.
gorgeous. Did you dye that?
No, this one I did buy. I got it off of actually Stash Unload.
That's gorgeous.
Isn't that a pretty purple though? When I
It
saw
is.
it, I'm like, and I had this orchid Belsois, and I'm like, that's it.
Yeah.
It,
Yeah.
it just because I think I had like 3 shades of purple in my wedding. So
Oh, neat.
because and my husband, that's one of his favorite colors.
Oh, cool.
So my 2 patterns of yours that I'm working on
Yeah.
are, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, which I told you I was changing around,
Right.
but it's up high. I can't get to it right now.
No problem.
And spring
Oh, good.
with, thank you very much, Mrs. Seda Silks. Such an enabler. Such an enabler.
Yeah, well, there are worse things to have.
Oh my God. When they came and I took it out of the bag, and first off, they smell like
They smell amazing, yes.
And then you just rub it on your face and you're like, oh my God. And then when I put it in a needle and I put it through I'm like, oh my God.
It's wonderful to work with. I don't know
Yes.
what it, but it's wonderful.
Yeah. So so I have like 5 Christmas ones I want to work on. Like I don't even know. A lot of them are little cottage, little
Country
little house.
cottage, your little house.
Yeah, those, yeah.
Yeah.
They're not anything, but there were just ones I liked. I'm not a Halloween person at all. I like fall.
No, I'm not either. So. I can relate
I
to that.
mean, I love seeing the little kids all dressed up, but I just not a Halloween person.
No,
So
that's
I
okay.
just I like fall. I love fall, especially me. I live in 4 acres of woods,
Oh yeah,
so
amazing.
can you imagine with the maples and the
Yeah,
it's
gorgeous.
beautiful.
Yeah.
So, and my other things are like I said, what's the other one of yours? Spring. I said that one, and then I have Sweet Pea and Lily of the Valley by Carol Manning,
Nice.
Shooting Star,
Which?
Thistle,
Oh yeah. Oh
and
wow.
Wood Violet.
Yeah.
Those are yeah. I was like, oh my god. And then I have Lindy Stitches. It was in Punch Needle and Primitive magazine, like I don't know. It's not that old. But it's about Saint John the Baptist, about cutting the thistle
Oh yeah.
well,
I
the,
remember seeing
the
that one.
date on it is my birthday.
Oh wow. So you have
So
to do it.
right. That's one of my yeah. And then I have
No-brainer.
yeah. And then Mary Poppins is a new one.
Oh nice.
And then the rest of it is all just working on my Be Well samplers, as you saw.
Yeah.
I probably am gonna get 12 on each piece of fabric, and
Oh
I think I'll have 3 of them, possibly 4.
yeah.
And if it works out right, I'm hoping I have 4, because then I can keep one in hand, one to each of one of my kids.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah.
Because my daughter, my middle daughter, she is literally in isolation because she doesn't have a spleen, because she was in a car accident 2 years before me.
Oh my goodness.
And she had a grade 5 rupture. So she was like she literally started dying in the emergency room.
Oh my God.
So she is immune compromised
Yeah, very high
severely.
risk. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So, and she knows it. I mean, she's very, very she's really anal retentive, and she always has been. So
So
about
good
washing your
flavor.
hands,
Yeah.
which is good. I mean that, but she's a vegan. I mean hardcore, and she has been. So, and she said she feels better being that way. So whatever,
Yeah.
you
Yep,
know. So,
definitely.
but she's happier that way, and she's taking care of herself. She's not as sick
Good.
as she used to get. So,
That's good. Yep.
but 8 weeks she's been in isolation, and they just changed it today to, well, it's not stay at home. They changed it to be safe until May 29th
Okay.
in Ohio. So today we were supposed to be, it wasn't mandatory stay home, and now it's be safe until May 29th, basically saying stay home if you don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, it's kind of like, I want to go over to my daughter's house. I want to see the boys. I want the boys to come here and stay. And
Yeah. Get life back to normal, but
even just that, I don't care
yeah.
about the rest of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to go for a car ride, woohoo, like a puppy dog.
Yep. Woo! We're like dogs. That's good. Out in the car.
Yeah, but I got Mania here, so
We're gonna have a fun month.
I think it'll be kind of cool. Because everybody's still kind of in the same boat.
Yes. Yeah.
Nobody really can go anywhere still.
So we will stay in and stitch.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I have a list here, and I organized it all yesterday, and I'm looking going, I'm never going to get this stuff done.
That doesn't matter. Whatever you get done, it's going to be fun.
I am going to make a box like Carol does, Salt Box Stitcher.
Mm-hmm.
The Sable box.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what that is?
Oh, yeah. Stash
okay.
Life expectancy.
Yes. I know. And I so want to teach one of my girls. Neither one of them have so I'm working on my one grandson, which I know he would do it. He loves doing stuff like that with his hands. Cool. Like he makes friendship bracelets and everything. So.
Great. Well, Bobbi, this has been awesome. I am so glad
I think so.
You agreed to talk with me today.
Yes, I am too.
Enjoy your Stitch Mania. And it was great getting to meet you.
Yes. Yes. StitchCon next year. I'm in.
Good.
So
good.
You said the first week you were going to do it.
First
that'd
weekend,
probably
yeah.
be the best one for me too.
Good, good.
So
Awesome.